What's going on, guilty guys and gals? Welcome back. It's been a week or so, and I still don't have any progress on trying to catch up with recording. Oh, I had a weird week last week, alright? With, like, realtors coming to our place, which we're trying to sell, and there was, like, thunderstorms, multiple power outages, just a great time. But I am here with a tier maker that ranks all the Danganronpa characters, and if you read the title of the video, you know I'm going to be ranking every character to find out which my favorites and least favorites are. Also, yes, I'm only doing the main series games because I didn't watch the anime, and I feel like I could do like Kamaru, and I could add in like a few of the Despair Children, but like, I don't really like any of them that much, and for the rest of these guys, no matter how much I like Yuta or think he's just kind of a nice guy, I know nothing about them. So yeah, and they barely had any screen time. It feels weird compared to these people I spent a lot of time with. So I'm just gonna do the 3 main series games and call it a day. And I did organize them by series. They were probably like that before, but I did this for fun. I was trying to figure out which would be the most effective in a killing game, which might be another video that's coming out later. It is, don't worry. But yeah, so just don't pay attention to them. They don't matter. I'm just going to rank these characters depending on how they act in the story, because I didn't do all of their free time events. Like, I didn't do most of the DR1 free time events after the game was over, and I finished only my characters that I was interested in DR2, and I haven't even got around to V3 yet. I finished it just a little bit ago. So yeah, this is only going to be story relevant. Some characters, I guess, I might have inherent bias to, because I did do their free time events, but I'll try to keep that to a minimum. Thanks. Let's start with Makoto. So, I do like Makoto. I think he's definitely A tier in terms of my favorite characters. He's not my favorite protagonist, but we'll get to that, I guess. He's just kind of dumb. But he has a good, character arc going, and he's a nice guy, of course, so there's that. We've got Byakuya. I don't really like Byakuya. I don't think I'm alone in that either, because he does some pretty nasty stuff. And he's also a meanie. So, I don't hate him, but I definitely don't like him. So, C it is. I do really like Kyoko. I think I like Kyoko better than Makoto. She feels like the protagonist of DR1. But hey, Makoto's great. I don't mean to trash Makoto right out the gate. He's definitely a good guy, but I don't know. Just kind of bland sometimes. Aoi. Aoi was my favorite character in DR1. But I would rank her here, probably, in the grand scheme of things. Maybe it's just because these two came back in, an epic reunion in DR2. But, I don't know. She's just a nice person. That's why I liked her in the first game. She seemed like just a regular nice person who had, her head on straight for the most part. Well, compared to, Byakuya and some of the other people we've got here, that wasn't the case. Anyway, she's not bad. Sakura. I like Sakura as well, although I do find her a little bit boring sometimes. I feel like she has to go into B tier because I definitely don't dislike her. I feel like the tiers are I like, literally my favorite ever, okay, not great, and then I don't like. So keep that in mind. Sayaka. I feel like Sayaka gets a bad rap, really. She just kind of did what a regular person would do. Maybe a little bit more devious, let's be honest, but I don't dislike her, so I'll put her in C. I think Sakura I like better. But I did spend more time with Sakura. That's just how it goes. Leon, same deal. Everybody trashes on Leon too. I was thinking about this because I saw these characters and I really wanted to know who they were. But Leon's got like his cousin here who's like his baseball manager. And it'd be really fun if Ultra Despair Girls revolved around her instead of Kamaru. And then we got like more insight into like Leon's life because we learn like literally nothing about him. Like even Sayaka, we get like some information about her because, you know, Makoto spends almost all of his time with her in the first case, but I don't know. I feel like Leon gets a bad rap. I think I like him more than I like Sayaka. Celeste. I used to hate Celeste, and now I find her okay. She's like not a great she's not a great person, but she is a fun character. And I don't know. She's got like a tragic backstory, I guess, but that didn't say Byakuya either. I think she's like the top of the C tier. I dislike her, but just a little bit. Hifumi's D. I'm sorry. There's like almost nothing redeemable about Hifumi. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, honestly, do because Taka. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I like Taka quite a bit. I think he's low A tier for me because he is a bit annoying, but he's just a guy. He's a nice guy. He tried to get everybody together and like he's just like he's doing his best. He's basically the male counterpart of Aoi in DR1 with a little bit more self-esteem issues. And then I really question whether Kyondo should even be a character. But here he is. He's more a representation of Taka's character arc than anything. I definitely didn't like him as much as Taka because it was like the start of his downhill spiral. But I don't know, I guess I'll put him in like high C. Sure. We'll go with that. Mondo. I really like Mondo. I say that, but I'm putting him as B tier, so I don't know how much that really means. I think I like him more than Sakura. Just a chill guy. Which is not true. He does literally punch you in the first case and then kill somebody because he has anger issues, but chill guy. Chill guy to hang out with. He's alright. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's just how I feel about him. Hiro can also go here. He is better than Hifumi, but only marginally. He's just like... You know how I said Taka is kind of annoying, so he couldn't go any higher than that? It's the same with Hiro. Hiro is so annoying. The trifecta of annoyingness is almost complete. I haven't done Toko yet, but you know what I mean. Chihiro. I love Chihiro. Chihiro's a good lad. There we go. Just try. It's like I feel like this is the they do their best category in these four, and then Kyoko. Oh yeah, this is also kind of funny, but like Byakuya as well. But they use like their Ultra Despair Girls art because I guess it's the most recent. It's not technically, but it's the most updated because the other ones are just old sprites in the Ultimate Talent Development Program or whatever that's called. But they make them look really different, and I don't know how much I like it. Like Toko looks really cute. But that's not really Toko's jam. I don't know. Anyway, Toko. Toko's a hard one because I feel for her. I do, but she is a serial killer technically, kind of. I guess I should rank them separately because they are separate here. So, Toko, I do dislike her a little bit. She is kind of part of the annoyingness trifecta. Where are they? The annoyingness trifecta in the last case, and the last couple cases, actually. But that's fine. She gets basically redeemed through Ultra Despair Girls, so... speaking of which, here we go, Genocide Jill. Or Genocide Jack, or Genocider. I don't know. There's a lot of different names for this character. She's funny. I think she's got to be a high D tier. Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard because she's like kind of like a big threat in the story for, like, not because she's a murderer even, but just because she's dumb and, like, she blows stuff up multiple times. Or just she makes confrontations worse and also intimidates everybody. So not really fun to be around, I guess, is my point. Yeah, we'll go with that. I have a soft spot for Mukuro, I have to be honest. I feel bad for her. Because, I think, what was it? It was that, oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like Danganronpa If. That's what it was called. Where she's the protagonist. And she, like, stands up to Junko and stuff. It's really nice. And I just kind of feel bad that, like, she's, like, doing all this for the sake of her sister. And then her sister's like, nah. Also, the writers of Danganronpa seem intent to ship her with Makoto, which I think is kind of funny. I think I'll put her here. No, I like her better than Taka. Ooh, spicy. Okay. I think I made this clear in V3, but I don't think that episode has come out yet because it was probably more near the end. I actually don't even remember. But I don't really like Junko as a character or as a villain. Like, she sort of made sense in the first one, and that was okay. But her characterization and, like, motive has gotten shakier as the time has gone on. But she's definitely a better villain than V3's Junko 2. So, I'll put her here. I dislike her, but I don't hate her, I guess. She can be fun sometimes. And with that, we are on to DR2. Nobody crossed into S tier yet. S tier is a sacred ground for only my most favorite characters. So you know we're going to get there soon. Let's talk about Hajime. We actually got there sooner than I thought. I forgot. I love Hajime. He's my favorite protagonist of them all. Which is weird because Shuichi is basically him, but with a better character arc. I don't know. He feels the most like what I would be like in that situation. Just like freaking out and then also, I don't know, just like being like, he's more sassy than Makoto, right? Like he's always, he's more straightforward and he's more, I don't know, I don't want to say reckless. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. He talks, much less politely, and he just wants to get things done, basically. And I feel like at that point, especially with the cast of DR2, that would be the way I'd be feeling. Okay, so yeah, S tier. He'll probably get trumped out by a couple more characters as time goes on, but he is one of my favorites. Okay, now we move on to Izuru. And Izuru, I mean, in the games we barely get anything from him, but it's kind of hard to not see stuff about Izuru on the internet, just like existing on the internet. Everybody loves Izuru, and I don't get it. I feel like I like him better than Junko, but that's about it. He's just he's Hajime bad. He's bad Hajime. He's just bad Hajime. What can I say? He's just bad Hajime. But I guess people feel bad for him because he was, like, framed for murder and stuff. That is pretty sad. But, like, Toko's also in this category, so I feel like that kind of balances out. Nagito. This is probably the hardest one. Because in-game Nagito, I hated with a passion the entire way through. I couldn't understand how anybody liked him at all. And this is the same thing we're going to find with Korkio later on. But as I started, like, the fandom has made Nagito into this wonderful, like, meme lord who I do like. And I myself have found myself using him in that sort of way. It's hard to rank him. He is better Toko. He's an unpredictable character. who you don't exactly know whether you can trust or not, who does funny stuff sometimes, but that he's also sometimes helpful as well. But I don't know. I feel like he's Toko and Byakuya, but like put together with a dash of Makoto. Yeah, that's actually not a bad way to put it. It's like if Toko and Byakuya haunted Makoto's body and loved hope. Chiaki. Oh boy, I love Chiaki as well. And I really like, when I started the game, I was like, look at this token gamer girl for all them people playing this game for like the shipping and stuff. Ugh. But she's actually a real character, to my surprise. I thought for sure, just by the way that she, like, came off originally, that that's what it was going to be. That ended up being more, like, I want to say, well, it's Akane and Mikon, really. I was going to say Sonya, but Sonya also gets a character, sort of. So, I don't know. Chiaki pleasantly surprised me, and I still can't watch Chapter 5 without feeling really bad. So... yeah, you know what? Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, I think so. Okay, next is Mikon. Oh boy, I never liked Mikon. Everyone I've watched play the game, and it's been NCS and Lucajin who I've watched play it, because I'm not really into, like, that many other people who play the game. They just, like, immediately feel really bad and want to, like, hang out with her. And I hung out with her once, because that was my original reaction. And then, she was acting, like, incredibly insane during the thing, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm out. It's not that I don't feel bad for her, but, like, it's like Nagito. It's literally like Nagito. She's just less fun Nagito. Literally. Well, I didn't expect that to be that easy, actually. Okay, cool. Akane. I'm sorry, but... yeah. Nekomaru. Yeah. I do not like either of them. And it feels kind of bad, because they're part of, like, the do your best squad of DR2, but they are not... good. Akane is, like, really annoying near the end of the game where Fukiko's trying to give her a character arc, and she's like, no, I don't need a character arc. I'm Akane. I eat stuff. That's my character arc. And then Nekomaru just does nothing. Like, he does, like, this heroic sacrifice thing, but he does nothing to earn it. I don't know. His whole thing feels really empty, and honestly... I'm not a big fan. Also, he kind of has, like, the same problem that Akane and Rantarou and Toko or Genocider have, where they just, like, have one punchline. Like, his is potty humor. Hers is, I have boobs. Toko's is, I'm a maniac, haha. Like, those are the characters that I generally just don't like a lot. And I know that, like, sort of every one of these characters has their own thing, but you'll find that, like, the characters that are in S tier are the characters that's not the only thing they have. Like, Chiaki's thing is she's sleepy, but she's also really good. Hajime's thing is low self-confidence, but he also, like, you know, works through it. I mean, I know it's kind of cheating because he's the main character. He kind of gets an inherent character arc where other characters don't, but hey, yeah, that being said, this is one of the only non-character arc characters that I actually do kind of like. Kazuichi. He is extremely annoying during the story. He's new hero, 100%. Look, their hair even matches. If it was brown, it would be perfect. But I feel like he's got to be C tier. I like him better than... well, I dislike him a little bit. Seems fair. And I like him more than Nagito because he's not crazy. He does like some nice gestures. And it's really weird because it feels like he's growing and then he does nothing with it. Like, it just goes nowhere. It's like, yeah, Akane, I made you this thing to help you with help you with your not character arc. Here's a mini Nekomaru robot. And then she's like, hey, thanks. And that's it. And then he talks about Sonya again. So, yeah, I don't think he can go any higher than that, as much as I like the guy. Speaking of Sonya, Sonya is here. Sonya, I did all of Sonya's free time events inside of chapter 4 when you were like dying and sad, and it really fit because she was talking about like, you know, being a ruler and being alone and stuff, and it was like a really atmosphere. It really felt right, you know. But just in the regular story, I didn't do... Okay, I should have made this clear in the beginning. Maybe I'll add this to the beginning. So here we go. Talking about Sonya still. Sonya, outside of her free time events, she's like bad Kyoko, kind of. I think I'll put her at the head of B tier because she's like... She acts somewhat like Kyoko during the last few cases where she's like uncovering things that no one else could have understood and like just sort of investigating things that no one else would have on her own and coming up with great ideas. But she's also like, I don't know, just like nothing for the first 3 chapters of the game. Actually, really, the first 4. She's nothing until Gundam dies. I really wish they would have like integrated Gundam and her character thing earlier so that she actually had something to do instead of just being Kazuichi's problem. But yeah, we got to talk about Gundam now. Alright, this is going to make some people less than happy, but I didn't really like Gundam either. I was very divided on DR2's cast. Half of them I hated, half of them I loved with all my heart. And Gundam was one of the ones that fell into the former category. It's not that he's a bad dude. And he did kind of save everybody, I guess. And he's just kind of... He is nice, and him and Sonya are really cute. And his hamsters are also really cute. But I feel like I can't put him higher than Leon, even? Like... I like Leon because he sort of subverts the trope that everyone else falls into, which is my ultimate talent is everything I have. And again, like the tropey thing, where Gundam does do that. You know what? Maybe he goes one ahead of Leon. Gundam sort of subverts his ultimate talent as well, because he doesn't just do animal stuff. In fact, he barely does any animal stuff aside from having his hamsters do stuff sometimes, like 1 or 2 times in the game. But he's just like a big, dumb goth for most of it. An emo. And you know what? That's okay. I don't mind him. He does good. So hey. Ibuki was a character that I didn't appreciate until it was too late. And that goes for a few of these characters, really. Like, I didn't really appreciate Gundam till he died, either. But, Ibuki, I never realized how empty the game would feel without her there. Like, there was nothing. It was really weird. And she like, does... Now, I did say I wasn't going to include free time events, so I feel like I can't include the thing where she, like, tries to help people, but, like, you know, puts on a facade of being this crazy person all the time. But just in the game, she's just sort of like a nice, like, she's kind of like Aoi in the way that she's just like a ray of happiness that just, like, bursts in every now and again. Also hilarious. I think I can put her above Taka and feel good about myself. That seems right. Okay. Fukiko. Now, y'all know who my favorite character is, so you can guess that I probably wasn't too happy with Fukiko, and by extension Peko. More like Peko by extension Fukiko, after DR2. No, Case 2. Sorry. I'm being confusing. But, bottom line, he grew on me. He definitely did. Like, when he, like, cut his stomach open in the, after Case 2, I was like, yeah, okay, sure, this is how he's gonna redeem himself, whatever. But he kept going. I really thought it was going to be a one-off thing where he just, like, cuts his stomach and he's like, okay, I'm back to my old ways. Nope. He, like, totally reformed into a totally different character that didn't feel like a mafia gangster at all. And I think that earns him a spot above Sonya. You know what? I think that earns him a spot above Taka. He's legit one of the characters that I'd actually hang out with in real life. Like, that's kind of what this category is. Maybe except for if Mukuro wasn't evil, that would be one that I would definitely would. But these are like people that I'd actually hang out with in real life. These are people that I'd like admire. And then the rest of them are like, no. And these are people who I feel like emulate me and my friends sort of in actual reality. So yeah, I like Fukiko. He's a good guy, even if he really should have just talked to Peko, but I know how that goes, let's be honest. Peko is nothing. She doesn't get a character, because the game said no. So I guess she's like better than Mikon, because she doesn't go buck wild, but she's not also really fun. Yeah, I feel like that's as high as I can put her. Her and Fukiko are like a nice couple that I like, and the like scope of Danganronpa couples, but she does basically nothing, except she has like the moment where she's embarrassed in the first trial, and then she's the murderer and dies. And almost kills Fukiko in the process. Like, okay, cool. She reminds me of another character, which we'll talk about soon. Uh-oh. We made it to Mahiru. Now, I feel like this has some explaining, because I feel like most people aren't going to understand why Mahiru is my favorite character. Out of all of these wonderful characters, it kind of goes down to context, and Mahiru is the only level-headed person in DR2 for the time that she's around. Plus, her whole thing where, like, she tried to confront her problems like a rational adult, like just talking to Fukiko, and like she ends up taking care of Kyoko even though she doesn't want to, and she even like takes care of Nagito for a bit. It's kind of crazy. It's not a stretch to say she's basically the group mom. And I was really looking for one character in DR2 who was like Kyoko in DR1 as just being sort of a level-headed, grounded person who like actually sort of takes what's going on seriously and tries to help and stuff. And that was sort of what Mahiru ended up being to me. The reason she's higher than Kyoko, though, is because she is not perfect. Like, Chiaki and Kyoko feel very perfect in what they do. Chiaki, it makes sense because she's literally got insider information, and Kyoko is the ultimate detective. But Kyoko's flaw is like her hands, right? But it like doesn't even bother her. And Chiaki, like, there's basically nothing in the entire thing that bothers her except for Hajime like giving up hope. But like Mahiru isn't like super confident in her own abilities, and it's kind of nice to just have a regular person. Again, her and Hajime are at the top, and it's because they're basically just regular people in compared to Ultimates. And I know that makes it seem like Komaru, if she was here, would be S tier, but she actually wouldn't be. There's something different about these two, and I think it's just because of their surroundings and how every character in DR2 is crazy except for them and Chiaki. Yeah, I don't know. That's the best I can say. Kyoko, despite being Mahiru's best friend, is not mine. She has like a Fukiko style character 360, but she doesn't get to live through it, so we never really get to see her at her best. Which is sad, because like older Kyoko in that photo, and just like, I don't know, it feels like she grows up a whole bunch and becomes like a nice person, but we never know. So, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. She's really annoying as well. She's like Toko, except like even meaner. She's like Toko mixed with Junko. But yeah, let's leave it at that. Toto! Hey! Another D tier. No, yeah, that's good. I find it really hard to like hate any of these characters, but like there's a couple where I'm like, yeah, I just don't like them. There's no way around it. Teru feels like he's a character I should like. Like, one of the things that I hate the most about Danganronpa is how all of the murders seem to happen for like a third reason outside of the fact that they're trapped in a game where anybody could kill them at any time. It's always like money or secrets or, you know, I killed because I was crazy. Like, nobody really kills to escape except for Teru and Leon, and I guess Kurumi, but that's kind of up in the air, because, like, she did it not for her own sake, she did it for her country. I don't know. But the bottom line is, Teru is just really, 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 really annoying, and no matter how much he like falls into the trope of a character that I want to do, I feel like he moves the plot forward in a more meaningful way, and also gets his entire like character thing stolen by Nagito. Like, Nagito is undoubtedly the star of the first case, and Teru may be the culprit, but like, you could fool me. You could honestly fool me, because he gets barely any screen time as the culprit. Oh boy. And last DR2 character before we move into DR3. Ultimate Imposter. I don't know where to put him. He's like is that good? I think that's where it goes. He's like, he like tries to help. He's like Taka. He's Taka Mark II. But he's also like absolutely, he has no character either. That's the problem. He has like no character. He's like Taka if like you stripped all of his other character traits away and just gave him the thing where he wants to help people, which is admirable. And it really was like nice to have somebody actually try to do that and like have some success with it. But he doesn't get to do anything, just like Teru. His entire spotlight is stolen by Nagito until like the end of the game when you forget everything about him and then suddenly he's important again. So yeah, I can't put him any higher. And we are at V3. Oh boy. These are the characters I think I have the most strong opinions about because I just played the game. Although I think DR2 I probably have the most opinions about because they're just genuinely my favorite cast. But yeah, let's get going here. Kaede. This is really hard because Kaede is a protagonist, right? But she's sort of like the Ultimate Imposter, where she just doesn't get to have a character arc. She's just constantly like high octane level Makoto with like nothing else. So I do like her. I think she has to go here. Yeah, okay. See, part of me wants to say if this category is like people I'd hang out with, she should be there. But I feel like I would hang out with these three before her. I don't know. There's just something about her that always like had me a little bit off, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just how like blunt she is sometimes. I think that's what it is. And I think that was the word I was looking for when I was talking about somebody else earlier too. I don't remember who it was at this point, but maybe I'll look back and insert the segment here. Yeah, I think that has to, yeah. It was Hajime. Shuichi. I do like Shuichi. I think he's a better character than Kyoko. So I'm gonna put him here. I do like him. He's like Hajime with a character arc, but he's also kind of weird. And I think the reason why is because it feels weird playing as him in certain cases. Like, in Gonta's case and Kurumi's case, Korekio's case, where everybody around him's like, Shuichi's the best. We gotta listen to Shuichi. He's the best. And then everybody's like, yeah, Shuichi. And even like, Kokichi gets in on it, and he's like, I want to be a friend, Shuichi, because they're just so good. It feels kind of weird. Like, it's kind of nice when there's some people that just don't like you, like Hajime, because it feels like you're working towards something, right? Whereas Shuichi, it feels like the thing already happened, and now you're just kind of working away from it. I don't know. That's a weird way to explain it, but I think hopefully my point is clear, that he's basically just worse Hajime in a better situation for his character. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's one of the only other, like, canon ships in the series, basically, which is actually pretty good, but I don't know. That's not here or there. Okay. Kokichi time. I don't like him as much as other people do, but I don't dislike him as much as I did when I was playing the game. Because it's sort of revealed to you after the fact that he was sort of like trying to play everyone to get the killing game to stop. And like, I guess. But it's sort of the same as Gundam, where he could have just like done anything else. Also, he got Gonta killed. I don't think that ever got explained. He got Gonta killed. Why'd he do that? Why'd he do that? Why'd he do that? I don't know. I have to put him in C. And I think I have to put him above Nagito, because I do like him more than Nagito. But yeah, that's about it. Rantarou is another one of my S-rank characters. I say that like I'm in Fire Emblem. S tier. No, I gotta put him here. The reason why is because he's just a good dude. And for most of the game, I thought he was like a bad guy. I really did. I really thought he was like he was like the traitor of this game. Which actually there was no traitor in V3. So I genuinely thought he was a bad guy the whole time. So I was sort of suppressing the fact that I liked him for most of the game, because I was like, he's going to turn out to be evil. I don't want to like deal with that. It's fine. He was a nice enough guy to hang out with in the first chapter. But then you learn he's not. And he actually gave up his own life to go in the killing game again to save his friends who made it to the end of the last game. It's like, oh, he was a good guy this whole time? Yeah. He's genuinely one of like the best guys, just like an absolute bro in the entire Danganronpa series. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like he's just it's hard. But yeah, he's just one of the best. I just have to say he is. Sorry, haters. I don't know if anybody even really hates him. I just don't think people talk about him because he was another first case person. But yeah, V3 had like some really strong characters go out in its first case, so you know. It's the same with Trigger Happy Havoc too. It had some good characters go out in its first case as well. It's just, you know, Super Danganronpa didn't. Himiko. Himiko is the epitome of like an character for me. Not bad. Definitely good. But not my favorite, for sure. She gets kind of annoying later on when she like falls back into her old habits of like literally thinking she's like God. No, that's next. Literally thinking she's the best. And like just saying everything is like her deal, even though it's not, and everybody just brushes it off because it's just annoying and it's obviously not real. But it would be they just don't understand, man. And the person I actually like in their dynamic is coming up soon. But she's definitely not bad, so I guess I'll put her here. That also might make some people mad, because I do see a lot of Himiko stuff going around, so... Angie. Did you know Angie was ranked 16th in the 16-character V3 poll in Japan? That makes me really sad, because Angie's definitely not the worst character in this game. She's crazy. Yes. She is certainly crazy. But she is, like, trying to help, which is more than you can say for a lot of crazy people in the series. Like, she's just trying to make everybody stop killing each other, which maybe that's against their goal to, like, escape. They do want to escape. And she is definitely, like, really insane. She wants to steal Shuichi's blood, but she's just, I don't know. I feel like she's the most helpful crazy person Danganronpa has. So I guess I'll put her... No, yeah, it's here. It's here. Because this guy isn't actually crazy. He's just kind of weird and also a little bit mean. Tenko. This is the character I was talking about 3 seconds ago. Tenko is reliant on Himiko to have a character arc, but I feel like she's so much better than Himiko. And it gets down to my classic take on characters should be more than their ultimate talents. And I feel like a lot of people like hate on Tenko because she's obviously like biased against men, which, yeah, that's not great. As a man, I can say, that's not fun. But she isn't like hateful either. Like a lot of people have that with Mahiru as well, but she really only does it for the first case, and then she's just like a regular person for the most part. And Tenko sort of does the same thing. Like, she'll say it, but like she doesn't act on it after the first case. Like in the first one, she'll be like, it was probably a degenerate male that killed this person. And then after that, she'll be like, just make sort of passing jabs at it instead of like literally basing her decisions off it. Also, I don't know, just like the scenes with Himiko where she's like really going like heart to heart. She's too nice to put in anything less than at least B tier. But I think I'm going to put her in A under Taka. She's like the lowest of the low A tiers, but I feel like I'd probably hang out with her. I don't know. If she didn't toss me across the room, maybe. I feel like it's sort of the same as Mukuro, where she's just a person who seems like she'd be really fun and nice to hang out with if she didn't have like this one flaw. Anyway, Gonta has to be high up there. He's like the only big muscle person in Danganronpa who's like, you know, not cold and collected. I think I can put Gonta here. He's like the same as Chihiro in terms of like being a cinnamon roll type character. Like this is like cinnamon roll sector. For a second there I was like, I'm saying the wrong thing, right? No, I'm pretty sure that's right. I could be wrong. But Gonta's just like a nice guy who tries to protect everybody. He's like good Nekomaru. Nekomaru tried to protect everybody, but he didn't. And Gonta tried to protect everybody, but he got misled by, you know, Kokichi because he's kind of dumb. But again, that doesn't mean you can't be a good person, see? See? That was the hidden lesson behind Danganronpa this whole time. Even dumb people can do good things. Gonta's he's a good lad. He like, the only way he even got involved in a murder plan was because he lost his memories and then got lied to by the ultimate liar. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Kaido. Now, Kaido I did warm up to over time. I really didn't like him when I first met him. In fact, I thought he was going to be the first killer. He just felt like a Leon type to me. I don't know why, but he really felt like a Leon type. But yeah, he grew on me, mostly for Maki reasons, but I can't put him any lower than B tier, certainly. I definitely do enjoy him. Probably one more than Tenko. I feel like that's about right. no, you know what? He's like slightly worse than Fukiko. Because Fukiko isn't like annoying with it, whereas Kaido is a little annoying with it. But they're both just kind of like motivational at some point. And it's nice for them to be around. And you root for them, right? You know? Because they're rooting for you. And Maki. Okay, here we are, Maki. Ah, boy. Maki is gotta go here. You know what? It's because these two are basically the same thing. I feel really bad for Maki throughout like the whole thing because like, especially with Kaido, how it's like I've never like trusted and cared about a person like this before, and then he's dead. I've been there, not with the death part, but the other part. It's kind of weird, right? And it makes it feel weird. And you do silly things like give him a crossbow when he definitely did not need a crossbow. I feel like another reason I like her is because she's also like Kyoko, where she just helps and she takes things seriously. Like, that gets you a lot of points in my book. It's just nice to have somebody helpful instead of having to fight against you the whole time. And yeah, I just like Maki. She's pretty. Don't take that as gospel for why some people are up here. But yeah, she's pretty. Let's be honest. All right, Kibo. Kibo is here. My sister is into Danganronpa a little bit. She like watched me play DR2 when I was playing it. She's like, "This is so cool." And Kibo was like her favorite character. I think it's because she likes Mega Man. I don't know. But I didn't like hate him, but I also didn't like him that much. He's like here, I think. The reason being is like he's another one of those like one-trick ponies. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm a one-trick pony at this point, but it's true. He is. His one thing is, I am a robot. And that's basically it for the entire game until the end, where it's like, suddenly, I'm the ultimate hope robot. And then like he blows himself up. Like, what? Why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. You had a big laser. Why'd you blow yourself up? Also, it really annoys me that in the last case, like the versus the mastermind, when like the audience is taking control of him, he doesn't think, I should just remove this antenna so they can't talk to me anymore like before. Instead, he just lets them basically kill him. Like, what? Why did you do that? You could have saved yourself. Any of us could have saved you, and we didn't. Why did we do that? It's really weird. I don't know. I feel like they just really didn't want Kibo to survive. Because they didn't want to have to explain how they could make the ultimate robot from a human. Like, was he a human before? And then they, like, put robot parts on him so he thinks he's a robot now? Or is he actually a robot that they dressed up like a human for the first scene? Like, why? I don't know. That's really weird to me, and I still don't understand that. If anyone can explain that to me, please do. I'm begging you. Ryoma Hoshi. Here he is. He is one of those characters who's absolutely nothing. He just has nothing. That's his entire character arc. I have nothing left. Kill me, please. He's like Nagato, except not insane. Maybe. I don't know. Look at those eyes and tell me you're not insane. I don't know, man. So I feel like I have to put him here. At least Peko has like that one thing going for her. Ryoma's got basically nothing. He's basically just like a plot device. He's just there so Kurumi can kill somebody. Like literally. That's the entire purpose he serves. It's really sad. But yeah, there we go. Speaking of which, Kurumi, I thought would go somewhere. But she didn't. She did nothing. She was another one-trick pony character. She was just a maid, even though, again, she's like a spy. She's more like the ultimate spy than the ultimate maid. But they're like, no, she's a maid. She's totally a maid, dude. She's a maid. Don't worry about it. But I think she deserves to be better than Peko, because at least she's nice, and she does help in the first trial. And it really seemed like she was going to be a big help through the whole game, but no, it's fine. Whatever. Another case of wasted potential. These two are wasted potential sat beside each other. Mew. I don't want to put her into D tier. I really don't. But I feel like I have to. Yep. There we go. That's where she fits. She's Tarot again, except a lady this time. I don't remember how I got here. It was some Sprite video. I know that's how I got there. But she has concept art that makes her look more like a Kazuichi type. And that would have worked so much better with me, okay? Like, that's what I feel like she should be like. In that sort of like an outfit and everything. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like that would have like made her make more sense to me in some way or another. But as it stands, she tries to murder Kokichi, which I guess if you're going to murder somebody, it might as well have been Kokichi. But other than that, she's just mean the whole game. And then when she gets called out on it, she can't take it. She's just a toxic individual, my friends. That is all. I rest my case. Send tweet. All of the above. Tsumugi. Tsumugi is here. She's bad Junko. I'm sorry, she's bad Junko. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put her down here because I don't like her even less than Hifumi. I can't even say his name because I'm so worked up. She doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but she doesn't. I know it's like cliche at this point to hate on the ending of V3, but and maybe it's just because I cleared it in a weird way. Because I think, looking back on the footage, I cleared it with a back route. Which means I used a lie bullet somewhere I wasn't technically supposed to. And cut through a bunch of dialogue. So you'll have to tell me if certain things I'm about to say get explained. And if they do, please do tell me, because it would be nice to know. I'm not going to get to the ending of another person's playthrough for a very long time. But she's so bland for the entire game. It's like she probably is, actually, now that I think of it, purposefully trying to be extremely bland because they don't want you to suspect her. But just that makes me suspect her more. Like, I had it figured out pretty early in. Not really that early. Like, at the beginning of the final case, as soon as we saw it was a girl, I was like, oh, it's Tsumugi. Because she had nothing else going for her. I was kind of hoping they make her good, and this is my pitch, and I pitched this in the episode as well, but that's like a few months off, was that she should be the mastermind, but not remember it. Like, they got all this memory junk going on. If you were going to be the mastermind in the game, why not do like a dual personality thing with it? Like, I'm really surprised they haven't done that, because they were like calling out themselves on doing cliches sometimes, and they seem to really like it. Like, the first one's like a twin of somebody you've met before is the culprit. The second one is you were the culprit the whole time. The third one, having it be like the culprit is somebody with dual personality, would have made much more sense to me, even if it was in that convoluted way to make it work. But as it stands, she basically goes from, I'm nothing, to, I'm just Junko now, okay? Don't even worry about it. And then, like, does nothing to stop them from destroying her game. I don't know. It just seems like that wouldn't be what she would do. Like, if Danganronpa had been running for 53 seasons as a TV show, and she really didn't want it to stop, she could have, like, gone a little bit crazier, right? She could have been like, no, stop the filming. Take us off the air. We'll figure this out some way or another. And then, you know. Sorry, I'm coughing. I've been at this for way too long. I don't know. I think that would have been better. But she's more here because it's a commentary on that ending. I don't hate all of V3. In fact, I think it's one of the stronger Danganronpa games, but the ending is, it's sweet, sweet garbage. And now we get to my least favorite character of all time. I'm going to put him ahead of Tsumugi. Well, no, I'm not. Why would I? I can't stand this guy. Everything he says is evil sounding. He doesn't interact with anybody, so he's got no defining character moments with anybody else. He kills Angie and Tanko for essentially no reason. Just because he's a serial killer, basically. And I know this is taking into context that these are actual people, not that they're implanted with memories, because we don't know what they were like before the memories, so I'm not even going to ask about that. But taking the fiction for full truth, if he had murdered almost 100 other women just because he went crazy after his sister died, like, no, that's bad. Obviously he needs help, but like, also he needs to be detained. Oh boy. And even if that wasn't the case, that's not even the reason I hate him. It's not even the reason I hate him. Like, obviously Tanko's one of my favorite characters from V3, and he killed her. And Angie he killed as well, and she didn't really deserve it either. Although at the time I was kind of relieved. I do remember saying something along that line. But, yeah, he also makes anthropology look bad. Like, as the ultimate anthropologist, to be like that insane, I don't know. Like, that's the first introduction a lot of people are going to have to anthropology, which is already a pretty underappreciated field in terms of, like, you know, how much it could actually help us with stuff like how we orient cities and the way that we do policies and junk. It's literally the study, it's like psychology, but if you did it on a big culture-wide scale. And I'm a psychology dude, and I take anthropology as my minor. And the guy he doesn't represent it at all, really. Plus, his design is boring, too. And it doesn't match anthropology at all. He looks like a soldier. Why did they do that? He should have had, like, I don't know. He should have looked more like, here, let's find somebody. Byakuya. Not Byakuya. But, like, you know what I mean? Sort of, like, dressed up a little bit in, like, a vest. Maybe have a backpack. You know? Look more like he's, like, ready to go out onto, like, a less traveled path to explore an unknown culture or something. Instead of, like, yes, I'm a man who reads about cultures and also does ghosts stuff. Yes, that's what anthropology is about. Ghosts! I mean, like, yeah, you gotta take into account a culture's, like, religion, and their sort of, like, belief systems and how they might function. That doesn't mean he's, like, obsessed with ghosts. All the time I talk to ghosts. I just really hate the guy. I just really hate him. I just really hate him. Especially if this is a list of, like, how likely am I to hang out with you as a friend? No way, dude. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Oh boy. And I thought Nagito was bad. But look at all these people that I had to put below him. Look at all that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I have been going for almost an hour. Holy crap. This was supposed to be 30 minutes long. Oopsie poopsies. Well, I promise the next ones will be quicker, but this was basically my thoughts on the entire series, so I guess that makes sense that this was less than fast. Let me know what you think. If you want to stand up for your favorite character, like if your favorite character is Ryoma, which I don't think that's true for anybody, but who knows, it might be. When I was making my BDG describes Danganronpa out of context, somebody commented that all of their favorite characters were in my no category, which includes Junko. So I want to see you make a good case for why you like Junko so much, because she doesn't really have a character. She's just caricatures. She does voices. Please do. I want to read your thoughts on Danganronpa characters, and maybe give me your top 3, because my top 3 are all from DR2, I realize now, and Rantarou was the only character not from DR2 to make it to the top of the list. I didn't mean for that to happen, but again, these things do happen occasionally. You can't help it. But yeah, the next video I'm going to be putting up is going to be waifus. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to rank the attractiveness of all the Danganronpa women and then the Danganronpa men, because I feel like I can do that too. Sure, I know which dudes are nice looking, which dudes I'd want to be. Yeah, and also the ladies. And that'll be one video. And hopefully it'll be less than an hour long. If you've made it through this entire video, you deserve praise. So please comment so I can heart your comment, because this is a lot of just my opinion. This is going to be crazy to edit. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you next time. Bye. Have a good day. Also, okay, bye.